Johnny with his pecker in his hand, he's a one-ball man in his hot rodeo.
Hey, Elmers. We're back. It's Rob. It's Mykel. It's Bill. Say hi, guys.
What's going on?
Hi, guys.
And this week's movie is Sleepwalkers, which was a, wow. This is interesting. We'll get into it.
It was a lot of fun.
There was a lot going on. There was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a fun movie.
It was fun.
We watched this one together. We went back to the original formula, as it were. We'll see how this plays out. But yeah, back to the rodeo, boys.
We got about 0 notes on this and
Yeah.
even less preparation. But you know what? I think it's going to play out just right.
It's good.
It's what this movie deserves.
Yeah.
Written by Stephen King, not based on any previous original IP. He wrote this for the film. Weird flick. A lot of other big names in it. Who Clive Barker, Ron Perlman, Joe Dantes,
Toby Hooper, Mick Garris, John Landis,
Mark Hamill in
Ron
the first
Perlman.
5-minute scenes.
Mick Garris actually directs it even.
Yeah,
But yeah, there's a bunch of people
just
in it.
kind of crazy. I remember when I looked it up. I remember like seeing it with Stephen King. I was like, oh, this is good, and I didn't really look further than that. And holy shit, kind of weird.
Machen Amick, the Shelley
Oh,
from
the
Twin
lead.
Peaks. She's plays
Tonya.
the lead. Yeah, Tanya.
Yeah.
Shout out.
She's great. This came out in 1992. $15 million, made double that at the box office, so pretty successful. And don't think it spawned any sequels that I'm aware of.
Oh, darn.
I know, right? Just and a very original monster creature feature kind of. Yeah, there's like, what is his name? Charles and his mother, and they just moved to town. I think you see a dried up corpse with like a flower, like a rose in its ear in the very first scene.
Lots
after
of
all
cat
the
corpses.
mutilated cats, just hanging.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah, and the police are investigating. Mark Hamill is, I think, uncredited in the film, but he's one of the sheriffs.
Lieutenant
Jenkins. And finds a dried up, I don't know, mummified zombie almost, or not zombie, mummified corpse with a rose in it. But after that, we get introduced to mom and son.
We're off to the fucking rodeo at that point, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely.
Well said.
You could say that.
Dude, this movie was a fucking trip, and I was honestly expecting a stinker, and I was like, oh, man. Because this is definitely like off the heels of like Cocaine King, right? Like this is coked out Stephen King, but like on the backside of it, like he probably wasn't as coked out in like 91, 92 when he was writing this, which is probably why it wasn't as good. But like he wrote it hard and put it away wet for a decade prior to this. You know what I mean? He had exhausted a lot of shit, but by the time we got here, at least like I got the sense that he was just having fun. Like why the fuck was Clive Barker, Toby Hooper, Joe Dante, and John Landis all like just on set with nothing to do but better than just play bit parts? You know what I mean? They were just having fun with this one. You could see it.
Yeah, you could tell.
Definitely. I don't know. He's still like popular, but he was insanely popular, right? So I guess folks were like, oh, hey, Stephen King's writing an original horror film. You want to be in it? Like, oh, hell yeah, I do.
Yeah, but I mean, think about those names at the time. Like, they didn't have shit on their schedule. Like, you got Clive Barker, who's in the middle of Hellraiser, and he's probably doing Nightbreed right around this time. You got Joe Dante, who just finished up with like Gremlins and the Howling. So like he's riding on a high. Toby Hooper, let's be real, he wasn't doing a whole lot at this time. Toby Hooper was pretty available, I guess. But yeah, and John Landis, these guys are busy people in Hollywood, but apparently they all take a day off, and probably their shots didn't take more than a day, right?
Oh, absolutely.
No, if you told me this movie was shot in 4 weeks, I'd believe you.
Yeah, I mean, they're all in the same scene as well.
Pretty much,
for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most of this fucking film's production was spent in like editing and probably some of the like post effects. You know what I mean?
No, the early CGI, it wasn't too terrible. It wasn't great, but I don't know.
There was actually some strong moments.
Yeah.
The CGI was only bad based on the choices, not the actual CGI. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? Though,
Yeah.
like having his face like keep changing, like it was just dumb. It wasn't dumb because the CGI was bad. It was just
the
a
idea
dumb
of it.
decision.
Yeah,
Like the baby head
phasing
lizard
through.
dinosaur.
Yeah, like all the
fucking cat
gory
head.
effects and stuff were actually pretty good.
A lot
Yeah.
of practical effects in here too, though.
And the Grinch faces.
The Grinch face, yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. It wasn't bad, but it was just weird. Yeah.
So
Yeah, because it was kind of cat-like, but not.
you got like the cleft palate kind of, make it look
And
like
like
a
the
cat.
flattened, like kind of like a Voldemort
So Mom-
nose.
Voldemort nose.
Yeah, so mom and son are like they're
Normal.
sleepwalkers, and they are humans until their like true form is revealed. And what it is like these weird. They're almost like flesh-colored Jim Carrey Grinch style, like weird animal sleepwalking
There's-
vampire cat creatures.
There's a bunch of like fake hieroglyphics in the beginning credits.
Oh yeah, why do we do that?
And you get like statues of Bastet, like the cat goddess, and like all that shit. But also cats are their kryptonite, and they can get killed by the scratch of a cat.
But also not.
The internal logic is flawed to say the least. But they do turn into like fleshy. I don't know. They kind of look like cat-headed people in a weird way. They also look like hippo people in a weird way.
This is the cocaine come down I was alluding to earlier. Like he just ran out of shit. That's okay. I still love him.
It's got kind of I like feels of it's like Stargate, right? Got like ancient Egyptian gods who are actually aliens or vampires or doesn't matter.
It's
They're
like
the
a
bad guys.
Giorgio Tsoukalos fucking spin-off, fucking ancient aliens horror. God, this was fucking weird.
Skinwalkers.
But it was fun. Like,
It was fun, man.
the beginning, it took me a little while to get sold on it, but then like a couple silly things
You were
happened.
smitten. You were smitten by this film.
Well, I did see May Chen Amek, and I was like,
Sold.
I do like her, and if she's on the screen a lot of the time, I'm not gonna hate this movie. And then I was really excited for like the horror cameos and like the horror director cameos. I was like, ooh, look at me, be a little nerd. Like that was fun. But by that time, like I was pretty hooked in, and like who played Lieutenant Simpson? He was a great character.
He was
got
great.
me
He was
hooked
fun, yeah.
pretty early.
What is that song that he sings?
Here comes Johnny with his pecker in his hand. He's one bald man and he's off to the rodeo. That was good. That got me fucking good. Goof. You piss me off,
You
fucking jerk. Yeah, that's a fucking cut.
It's catchy.
I'm glad we figured out that song and
We spent
rehearsed
some
be
amount
listening.
of time looking for that on the internet. Shout out to the internet. Thanks, Al Gore,
Thank
for
you,
inventing
internet.
it.
Did Al Gore do that?
Yep.
He claims to, I think. Or
No.
I might have made that up. I'm not
I
sure.
think you might have made that up, but
It'd be a convenient truth if you
Would be a convenient truth. As are most lies.
Yeah, alternative facts.
Yeah, a truth of convenience.
Anyway, back to the movie.
Back to the movie.
Clovis though
Oh.
was
Oh,
great.
yes.
So there's a lot of cats in this film.
How many fucking cats are in this movie?
I mean,
Oh my god! I actually
score?
really want to. There's got to be 50 different cats in this movie,
well,
at
you know.
least.
I wouldn't.
Did you write it down? Are you looking at your notes?
I am looking at the notes right now.
you
All
take
these
a
notes
little-
that I took.
What did you tally?
Put down a little tally for every
Yeah,
cat.
yeah. Would you believe it if I told you there were 200 cats in this film?
No.
No. I wouldn't. But if you told me there were 38 cats in this film, I'd be like,
That's a good
yeah,
number.
Probably.
There were actually
At
37
least.
cats in this film.
Damn.
Yeah, believable.
Well, absolutely. There were, tabby cats. There were calico cats. There were orange cats. There were Siamese. I saw some Siamese
There were
cats.
some
types of
Measers.
cats.
There were
There
some
were-
white cats with yellow eyes.
There were
some
dead
tabbies.
cats.
There
There
were
were
dead cats.
living-
Lots of
cats.
dead cats. Lots of people out there.
Lots of
that
killing
like
of cats.
fuck around, not wanting to see dead dogs. Then watch this movie, idiot.
Well,
Duh.
definitely.
There's not a single dead dog in this
There's
movie.
not even a single dog in this movie. The fucking police officers don't even have dogs. They have cats. It's ridiculous.
I mean, we did talk about that darn cat, which is like kind of similar, right?
Yeah. Hey, Don Knotts, if you're listening, loved you and that darn cat. Barney, Put your bullet in your pocket. Yeah. No? It's
No.
all right.
Yeah. Okay.
You'll get it.
Yeah. It's a
Mayberry?
thinker. Yeah.
It's a different character.
Okay.
You've never seen Andy Griffith Show?
I mean,
I can't whistle. Otherwise, I would. You
can't
know what I would
whistle
whistle?
either.
Really?
I
No.
can whistle, but I don't remember which one is
you
his.
can remember how to. Oh,
Which one is his?
It's the song.
It's the one that I can't whistle, asshole.
We'll try.
It's fucking Andy Griffith theme song. He's
Yeah.
taking Opie out to go
Out to
fucking
go
fishing.
fish or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
No.
you know,
yeah,
at their
kinda.
segregated pond because it's the 50s.
Yeah. Okay. Ron Howard. You know, I'm a bigger fan of Clint Howard. You know, Evil Speak.
Evil Speak was fun.
I'm a bigger fan of Ron Perlman. That's actually in this movie.
Back
Good
to the movie.
callback.
Back to the movie.
Let's bring it back.
Yeah, Ron Perlman. He's in other movies too, though.
Yeah, Hellboy.
You do
Kronos?
Yeah, Kronos.
Yep.
Wait, was he in Kronos?
Yeah, he's like he's like what he plays in every Guillermo del Toro
Oh,
movie.
okay.
He's the guy who's in a completely like Spanish province who communicates with
speak any
everybody.
Spanish, and he
speaking
always speaks
Spanish,
English,
but he only
yeah.
speaks English in response, and everybody just goes along with it. Why the fuck is Guillermo del Toro like just putting Ron Perlman in all these movies, especially before he broke? He's like, oh, it's 1986. I've never made a movie, and I just met this fucking handsome man, Ron Perlman. Everybody knows how debonair and stunning Ron Perlman is on first glance. They just put him in everything. Yeah.
I think he has a really sexy voice. I think he's kind of weird looking.
You're
beyond
telling
that.
me the first time you saw Ron Perlman, you didn't want to fuck something?
Well, that doesn't count because I saw him as a Hellboy, which of course
Oh,
might
yeah, that is
fucking
true.
Yeah.
hop
Ron.
in
What happened to that other horn? That's what I always want to know.
if you gotta ask.
Yeah, that's a good point. Back to the movie. So, some people died in this film too.
Corn cob kill.
Corn cob
Coin
kill.
Cob kill. Hashtag
Wow.
corn cob kill.
That was just impressive. Okay, how long did it take to get incest in this movie?
3 minutes.
Yeah, like within
The first scene
10
of
minutes.
the main characters
Not
being
even like
introduced.
implied. Like he's
Like
making out with his
full-on
mom, and then he
intercourse.
swoops her up in his arms and takes her to the bedroom.
upstairs. Yeah, like they're newlyweds.
But maybe they play by different rules
I
because
mean,
like,
they
they're-
definitely do because they're like immortal energy vampire
different.
skinwalker cat people.
But I mean, like other horror movies that we've seen with incest
Is
themes, it's more
around the
subtle.
edges?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we were talking about Butcher Baker, which is an ant, which
doesn't
Well,
even count.
doesn't even count.
It is his mother, though.
Just because a woman raises you like her son doesn't make her your mother.
I mean, it makes it worse, right?
I listened to my mother argue about that very fact at
Oh.
Thanksgiving for my entire fucking life, and my stepmother and her just don't see eye to eye on it.
Let's get into that.
Let's
wanna
get
get
into
into
that. Let's not get into that.
No, there are some good kills. There's some good gore. There's some good eye gore, which I do love.
From Frankenstein? He
Yeah.
was in this movie?
Igor, yeah.
Oh, shit, I missed that.
You missed that. Yeah. He
Tanya
also played
gets
the cop.
the wine key at the picnic in the cemetery.
Yes.
That
Also,
was
we
good.
see Stephen King being.
Oh, duh, Stephen King's in it.
Yeah.
Being like a kind of like he was the graveyard.
Yeah, he's
keeper.
like he's the graveyard
Groundskeeper.
Groundskeeper.
Yeah, that's
It's
what they're
like
called.
Undertaker. No, that's like a mortician.
Which
yeah.
just meant he was just running around to the cops at
And
the
he's
crime
like,
scene saying, I had nothing to
do
do with these perverts.
kids and perverts and drug dealers and all this. He just repeats his lines over and over again.
Yeah.
But a good cameo nonetheless.
Dude, that whole scene was a great cameo and some fun camera work. Actually, the movie had surprisingly good like camera work.
Lots
and
of fun camera
cinematography
angles,
and,
yeah.
like,
I actually love that scene at the beginning with Tanya in the movie theater dancing, listening to the music. What was that song? It was an older
Oh,
one.
God, what song was it?
I don't
I
know.
don't
The
remember,
only
but
song
I
from
did
this
like that
movie I
scene.
could remember was "Here Comes Johnny with his picker in his hand, his one bald man, and he's off to the rodeo." And that Enya song too, I guess.
Oh,
And then,
dude,
yeah.
for real, right?
Yeah, the movie opens and ends with the Enya song. You guys know the one that the Fuji
The one
sampled.
Enya, you know.
Ready or not, here I come. It's like that, but a little less loud and a lot better.
Softer and better.
Softer and better.
I've been struggling with that my
melodic.
whole life.
But yeah, man, that honestly, that dancing scene in the movie theater was great. I mean, it was like Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Whatever that
yes.
girl's name is similar hairstyle and
Not Phoebe Cates.
Same with like.
I mean her, but like not Her.
The scenes at school with the
yeah.
angry professor who then blackmails Charles.
He's the old boy from Beetlejuice.
I was
Yeah,
going
it's
to say,
Beetlejuice guy,
he
yeah.
looks super familiar, but I couldn't place him. You were correct.
Yeah.
You were exactly right. And some of those scenes felt like, I don't know, like something out of Ferris Bueller, like a John Hughes movie or something.
Yeah,
where
I mean
it's,
they were like
close-ups
in
at
a
the
library
desk and,
of the
like, he's like screaming at him, but this was fun. Like,
and Ferris Bueller's
now
dad was in it.
And Ferris Bueller's dad, Liam
really-
Ward.
so it really
yeah,
felt like
Lyman Ward.
Lyman. Yeah.
The more we talk about this movie, the more I like this movie.
I know. It was like a lot of
Like,
fun.
where I joked about like not buying this and then renting it instead. Now I'm like,
Now you wish
maybe
you
I
owned
should have
it.
bought it.
As soon as the credits hit, you're like, "Oh, I don't think I'll be watching this again." And now you're like, "I'm gonna spend $13 of my hard-earned money on it."
Well, yeah, I don't know about hard earned, but
Hardly earned.
hardly earned.
Yeah.
Scant
Scant.
cash.
Scat cat. Lay some skin on me, scat cat.
Scat cat.
You got that cash scattily?
Oh, Cash App.
Scat cap?
Dude, you got that scat app?
Yes. Yeah, you send each other scat?
Yep, it tells you like what your dietary fiber
Oh
content
no,
is.
I thought more like
No,
jazzy,
you just send it to each
like,
other.
Hey.
Oh, like Crothers?
Yeah, or
Scatman Crothers?
Scatman Crothers.
I think Stephen King also wrote that.
He did, yeah.
What do you think Stephen King feels about cats?
I think
he
he's probably a fan.
really likes them,
He's a
and I
cat
also
person, right?
really think he likes his mother
And Cars.
and cars,
And he's definitely
Yeah, let's
a
get
lover
into-
of cars.
especially ones that can disappear and change.
Okay, we haven't really talked about the movie at all, but what we should talk about is like the weird
movie.
powers that the sleepwalkers have. Like they can make things invisible and change them somewhat. Expand on this.
I think you've said it all.
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, we see. I can't remember the kinds of the car, but it was like an old blue car,
It was a blue Trans Am,
and it could change into
with
the red
rolling
Pontiac,
doors,
right?
And it could
No, the
change.
Pontiac
the
is a
Pontiac
Trans
is a Trans
Am.
Am.
Oh, yeah,
Then
sorry.
It turns into a
Red
Ford
Mustang.
Yeah, but that's it. It can't
Yeah.
turn into like any other car. It
No.
seems like
And-
it can only just go back and forth.
And it
forth
seems to only
between those
last
two.
for about 12 to 15 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It can also go invisible.
but they
Like in between. Like you can make this car go invisible and then it comes back as a different iteration.
it returns to normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The
Who the fuck
illusion-
does it say
the
what's
illusion
normal? Maybe it's
fades.
like an 87 Celica and he just chooses to spruce it up. Like, why would you buy an expensive, nice, like, sports car if you were just going to change it to whatever the fuck you wanted anyway?
Well,
they
I'd
probably
be
didn't-
driving like a
okay.
Nash
Well,
Rambler.
they probably
Okay,
didn't buy it if
probably-
they're going town to town killing
it's-
people.
Isn't it just? I mean,
Oh,
I
that's
guess
a
it
good
does
point.
actually morph it, but like, isn't it just an illusion? It's not actually
A car?
changed.
Dude, if I could like create some sort of illusion that made me look like
Kinda
Brad
getting the
Pitt,
weeds
like
here.
wouldn't I just be Brad
Oh.
Pitt as far as you know?
But Charles did look like Heath Ledger. Am I right?
He
Am I
did,
right?
yeah.
He did.
Yeah. A
El-
Knight's Tale era.
Yeah, but like tell me I'm wrong with that. He had like a tinge of Ricky Schroeder.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
Elmers, go watch this film. You be the judge.
Almost.
Let
You
us
should
know in the
definitely watch
comments.
this film. This is fun.
Yeah, this is a fun film, and definitely check the box in the comment section below. Ricky Schroeder or Heath Ledger? A little bit of both. Or maybe you have a different thing in mind. Maybe he looks
Maybe
like your
you do.
Uncle Donnie. Let us know.
Let us know.
Here comes Donnie with a pecker in his hand. He's a one bald man, and he's off to
to
the
the
rodeo. Goof.
So
You pissed me off.
Charles is trying to like kill Tanya, basically.
Fucking jerk.
Yeah, so
suck her life force out because
They're
she's a
in this
virgin.
new town,
Yeah.
Travis.
Travis.
Yeah,
It's the name of
great name for a town. It's surprisingly not in Maine,
No, it's not.
California.
Yeah,
set in
unlike
California.
most of the King stories, but
Bodega Bay.
Yeah, that was the first.
Right.
That's the town they left.
that's the
Oh,
last,
that's right.
yeah.
That's right. That's the time they left.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're trying to like basically seduce a virgin, and then they can feed on her life force and continue their
Like
immortal existence.
suck the life out of her like a dementor.
And they're getting like tracked by cats, and the cats just seem to wait outside for them. So they set bear traps everywhere with like big chunks of raw meat on them.
which
Yeah.
never works because the cats are just hanging out in their yard. It seems like
There's fucking no less than 30 cats in this yard.
There's
the
so
entire
many
movie.
cats.
It's just a dream for me to just be followed by around 50 cats.
It would become expensive to care for them in the way that they need it to be cared for, though.
But
Like,
they
it would-
don't.
Well, but they do.
They're not like feeding them. They're trying
they're
to
all
kill
like
them.
oh no, I'm not saying them. I'm saying if in our dream, your dream.
No, but in my dream is the dream of this movie, as in I don't have to feed or take care of them. They're just there
Oh.
for my enjoyment.
Don't you enjoy
Which is not
taking
like this
care
film,
of them and
'cause they're
feeding them and
deadly.
snuggling them and loving them?
I do, but like I'll have my own couple cats inside and then like 50 out in the yard.
You know, bonus cats.
Bonus cats.
Boner cat? Bonus cats.
Bonus cats.
No.
Bonus cats. That's cool. I have 2 cats.
I have 3.
Well, look
How
at
many do you have, Rob?
Soon to be 1, right?
Is this recording even usable?
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely. You need to say that you're getting a cat officially.
Yeah, I'll get a cat.
Oh,
You heard it,
on the
Elmer.
record.
He's getting a
At
cat.
some point in the future.
Well, it won't be the
Listeners, if you see a cat in your area that's up for adoption, that's cute. Put
Mail
it in
it
the
to me.
comments. Mail it.
past. Yeah, Rob's address is.
No, thank you.
Oh, yeah. This was. We had almost as much fun watching this movie as I'm having right now talking about it. And you know, the thing about this movie is I talked all the way through it. If you can imagine that too.
Yeah, imagine that.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah,
so
It's hard to.
sometimes.
It's
You're
so it's
church
really hard
mouse
to.
over there.
Church mouse.
Oh.
I crack a quip every now and then.
Do you think the cats would enjoy a church mouse?
Maybe.
Technically, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Deep fried.
Actually, I don't know, because if they're that quiet, it might be hard for them to hunt.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because they need to make some noise to be able to hunt, right?
I don't know. Maybe. I think cats are pretty visual hunters. I know that their
That's
like
true.
sense of smell isn't necessarily as strong as like a canine's, but
Yeah, they do have night vision.
yeah, they have night vision, and now motherfuckers, they are nimble.
And they can be strong. Like
Like
in
Clovis.
this
Oh my
movie
God,
that we
Clovis.
saw.
jacked your boy.
He
up.
broke a window.
Charlie got janked though, right?
Dude.
Yes.
In the cemetery at the picnic
He
date.
did. It was like hydrochloric acid was being poured on
Well,
him.
because Charlie comes up and stabs police officer Simpson in the ear.
With like a pencil.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then he falls on the ground, and we see it get more
It
impaled
was like all the way into
his
his
fucking
head, and then it wasn't.
And then
something
he got
that would
shot
be
with a shotgun. Like Simpson had a rough couple minutes there. He did.
very
he
much dead.
did.
And then his faithful attack kitty Clovis,
Yeah, Deputy Clovis.
Deputy Clovis, came out of the what do they call that? A cruiser?
I
Cop
believe
car.
they do call that.
They
a
came out of the cruiser,
Out of the police
and
cruiser.
he fucking jacked Charlie shit up, man. Did
Yeah.
you see a couple of those scenes? Like,
At the very, very beginning of the film, there's like a great meows. Cat's meow.
give me a little saucer.
Be a good milk boy.
Milk
Milk
boy.
No, at the very beginning of this film, there's like a quote about like cat scratches killing them or something.
Yeah, it's by Ted Nugent.
Yeah,
Yes.
by Ted Nugent. Piece of shit. And
Yeah, fuck you, Ted Nugent.
Ted
if you're
Nugent,
listening
if
to
you're
this,
listening,
go fuck yourself.
fuck
Fuck
off.
yourself.
Fucking loser.
And he starts like smoking as he's getting clawed to shit by Mr. Clovis, who is an all-around hero.
Deputy Clovis.
Deputy Clovis, excuse me.
Yeah.
Sport.
It was
Back to blue.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. And but like
Honestly, Clovis,
what's
it might be the only blue life that matters.
definitely. I can't remind myself of a singular time in cinema history where I've been more pro
Officer
cop.
Simpson? Yeah. Oh, yeah, Pro Cop. Okay.
Yeah. They called me Mirko Prokop in this because I was all about
They called you that
Clovis.
in this? You were in this film? Were
Yeah,
you
they
in a cameo?
referred to me. I was alive and like definitely. I didn't have anything going
Were
on
you-
that day.
Were you 3 years
I
old?
didn't have anything going on that day. I was available on set, just as available as Toby Hooper and Mick Garris.
Did you
and fucking-
played that one baby face that Charles' face turned into for half a second?
Yeah. Did you not notice how stunning he was?
I did, yeah. I think we did talk about how stunning that
Yeah.
That little strong baby head
that
was.
Charles, yeah, that
That
child's
was a
face
good
was.
baby. I had a good eyebrow game there too, just like Maycheck had in this movie as well.
Yes.
Ayak, Maycheck, Ayak. You guys know her as Shelly from Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks.
Strong eyebrow game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah. She was doing what's that? Edging? No, blading. She was blading.
No, she was edging.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
She was doing-
You okay?
What was your favorite part?
Oh man,
This
honestly,
entire film.
dude, the corn kill was really good, but also
Yes.
that guy, the professor getting his hand chopped off and then like running through with the California swamp.
yeah.
Oh yeah, the swamp
The
one.
weird
Yeah.
bayou on the.
What other kills did we
Side of
have?
PCH.
What were the total kills in the film?
Oh,
Because he was killed. He goes in and eats
Hand
his,
chop
eats
face
his face
kill.
Eats his face
afterwards. The
Pencil
teacher,
ear shotgun blast kill.
the cop,
The
yeah,
cop.
Jenkins.
Yeah.
Or,
There was the after effect of Deputy Clovis claw kill.
didn't two cops get their heads knocked together?
Oh my god!
Like-
two cops got their heads dinged together so hard.
Like in like a Three Stooges style almost.
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
very slapstick kind of bonking of the heads. That
Yeah, Mary, which is Charles' mom, came in and clinked the two cops' heads, and they just
And they
the
went-
last
Okay.
to ever be seen.
and they went down.
Definitely, like once the cats are swarming her at the end, she's in trouble. But the whole rest of the movie, she's just like cats are attacking her, and she's grabbing them in midair and then
Just
crunching
snapping
them
their spines.
like a beer can and throwing them against the corner.
this is-
I think she could do that against one or two, but at the end it was like,
it's like 40 cats.
yeah, and
But
they,
like 2 score cats.
they took her shit
And-
down.
But this is like not long after there were scenes of them like holding each other in fear, looking out at the cats in
Yeah.
their yard. Like they were terrified that these cats were around. And when they actually attack, she's just like, ding, 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 just fucking ripping them in half.
Yeah.
Not literally, but like breaking their spines
breaking
by
their
just
spines and everything.
yeah, by a little wrist twist.
But I
Give
mean,
'em
it
an
makes
old
sense
wrist twist.
why they were so terrified of these cats, because like
Oh.
once you are outnumbered and they can latch onto you, like you literally erupt into flames. Like they will claw you until you are a human inferno.
Speaking
And that
of
goes for all people too.
speaking
not
of
just
kills,
That's
in
that
this
cat scratch
movie.
fever.
Yes,
Yeah.
all people.
all people.
Toxoplasmosis. It's real. Google that
Oh,
shit.
it definitely
Google
is
it.
real.
Ron Perlman, I don't think we see him actually die, but there was some good gore. He like got his fingers bitten off, and then also like got
Yeah,
his
it was
arm
completely
snapped.
unbelievable though. There's no way that she
She could
bite
do that in like
his
one
fingers
bite.
off in one bite. Yeah.
Yeah.
His big
3.
sausage fingers, like holy shit.
Dude, Ron
3
Perlman's
fingers
that
at
big,
once.
strong man.
Yeah.
He's blue collar American. He's got
He's built-
ham hock hands.
He's like built out of different shaped rectangles and squares. This is like his whole body.
He's got a very Frankenstein look
Yeah,
to
he's
him.
like an octahedron. He's so hot. He's just like hard edges and flat
I
surfaces.
mean, yeah, no, yeah, he looks like a comic book character.
I mean,
Ron Perlman, if you're listening, you are.
we love you.
We
You're
are
a
really
gorgeous,
big
you're a
fans,
gorgeous man.
actually.
We're huge fans.
Big fan of you and Sons of Anarchy.
And Hellboy.
Sleepwalkers.
And Sleepwalkers.
Hellboy was awful.
I would watch it again.
Yeah.
Did you watch this film again?
Yes.
But for Hellboy.
Yeah.
And when I
Yes,
say
I
I'll
agree
watch
with that.
Hellboy again, I don't think I've ever seen Hellboy.
Have we talked enough about this movie to rate it yet?
Probably.
No. I don't know. Also,
Here
this-
comes Johnny with his pecker in his hand.
And
He's a one-dog man, and he's off to the rodeo.
You're pissing me off.
You fucking jerk.
Goof.
This did have like a 5.3 or something on IMDb, and I am honestly now I have a problem with that because it is a lot of fun. Like I read some reviews of people being really angry at how bad it was, and in there I did not get a feel for the movie at all. I thought I did. Like I was going into it, it's like you said. Like I was like, damn, I read some
gonna be
reviews. This is
garbage.
gonna be a stinker. It's gonna be fucking boring.
This was
And
fun.
it wasn't. It was like we've watched way
watched
worse
some shit
movies from
movies.
like the
Most that I
similar
picked.
era.
Yeah.
We
So
watch a
I get
lot.
your hesitation and thinking this would be garbage, but this movie was weird because I felt like it got funnier the longer we watched it. Not in that sense, but like there's more comedy. There were more like zingy one-liners and stuff
Yeah.
like later in the film. So I think I read that in some reviews where like tonally like it's kind of weird because at first it starts off as more dark, and there's like the weird incestual stuff, and then it gets like kind of almost like a Tales from the Crypt or like Creep Show, which I mean,
Yeah,
Stephen
definitely
King did write that.
Yeah, it definitely opens up like it could be a very dark film because I mean the first thing we see is 15 or 20 cats hanging.
Oh yeah, that was
with like
whoa.
with a
intense.
corpse with the rose behind its ears, and we don't really know what's
Straight
going
into
on,
incest.
and then straight into incest.
Yeah, it's very off-putting.
But then, like, you get to the cemetery picnic scene, which is exactly as endearing as it sounds, and she stabs him in the eye with a corkscrew.
Yeah.
And he's like, "My sweater. What is mommy gonna say?" Like,
Oh yeah, he
getting, like-
doesn't feel
He's
pain.
getting pretty catty.
yeah. Yep. Oh shit! You see what he did?
Yeah.
What?
It's catty.
It's catty.
Oh my god, I didn't even get that.
You're so.
Can we go back
witty.
and edit into me getting that?
You can edit that.
Yep.
can edit
Do
that.
something.
Should I do the noise right now? Caddy. All right, we can keep going.
Ah!
No, but he does. He gets into like form 2 where he's like Grinch cat, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like Frieza in that sense.
And he's like,
Right.
I guess he's like stuck there too, because there would be no reason to not go back to human form. Unless
Yeah.
he would die if he did that. But I mean, whenever we saw him go to that, he would just go back. But this is like when she sees him like this, is because he's stuck like that and he's dying.
And trying to kill her and suck
Yeah.
her soul out or whatever. Dementor's kiss. Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
like Dementors, but not the good effects that come with those. It was just like a blue.
It's like Life Force. If
Stream.
you've seen Life Force, it's like that.
I haven't, so.
What are those like electrical like crystal balls?
Oh, that you put your
What
finger
do they,
on
what,
and
they have a name?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about, but I couldn't tell you what that
like
is.
the electro stream, that's like what passed between their mouths, right? When he was
Yeah,
taking the
pretty
life
much.
force
Yeah.
out of them. Yeah.
And then he has to give it to his mom. She was like wanting him to
He gave
eat
it to his
her.
mom in the first scene.
I know, but she was like wanting him to eat Tanya, and then transfer that to her somehow. Or it was
Yeah, because it was all tones of like, oh, mommy is hungry, needs feeding.
But-
Like it was nothing about him needing it as well.
But why was she? And even when at the end she's like bringing her to him, like why isn't she just
Yeah.
eating her? I didn't understand that. I was confused.
I mean, the lore was not established.
It wasn't.
I mean, we had that bullshit quote at the beginning,
beginning, yeah.
and like that's pretty much it.
More or less.
it was enough for me.
There were some like good mirror scenes, where
Yeah, seeing the monster
Yeah,
in
they're
the
like
mirror.
reverse vampires. Like you get to see their true
their
form
true
and their
form are
reflection.
Instead of
revealed.
nothing, yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, Elmers, if we haven't sold you on this, you're losing. Like, I mean, come on, what are you doing? This is not the podcast for you if you're not listening to us and going, God damn, I need
gotta
to see
watch
These guys are
Sleepwalkers."
geniuses.
now.
I gotta watch this film.
Well, I mean, I
no,
have
they've described it in such detail.
I have certifications to prove that I'm a genius.
Are you
I
saying
think
you're
we
a
all do.
Mensa?
Yeah, I'm a Mensa member. Are you not? Aren't you?
No,
I'm pretty sure you are.
I'm too humble.
Well, I mean, you look smart.
It's the glasses.
Yeah, that's true.
No, this is like fun '90s kind of schlocky. It's got so many big names. Like I love most of them are cameos. Like just
It's
Mark
camp-
Hamill in the first 5 minutes, man. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's campy, and if you're pretty big into horror, that you would recognize these names and these faces, then. But also, I mean, that was like what, a minute and a half scene.
Maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, it was
No, it was great.
fun. Like,
Yeah.
this whole movie is just like a little romp for the horror fan, and like if this is the type of movie that you're into, I think that this checks some boxes. It's fun. Like I definitely wouldn't sit down and expect like The Shining or The Thing, but like if you
Because this
just-
is better.
probably.
Do you think you would have enjoyed this film if you watched it solo?
I think I would have enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it more since I watched it with Bill, though.
Just me.
Well, I mean, Rob made dinner. That was nice.
That's true. That was good. You want
Eventually.
to talk about that?
That was good. Yeah, what'd you make tonight?
Gnocchi.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, damn.
Kind of. I
Damn.
mean, they didn't look like it.
Was it done on time?
It was not done on time. It was a little late. I was like, I mean, what, 10 15.
It's 12:45.
It's not. That's an hour fast.
I know.
Daylight savings. You're useless. Please go away.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, daylight savings. There's not very many things about Arizona that I envy, but they're complete obstinance in regards to conforming to time zones and daylight savings time. Is like, all right, I see you there.
Good for you.
Yeah.
You ready to rate this film?
I'm ready to rate this film. Are you ready to rate this film?
Let's get to it.
Okay, what do you say? Hit us, Tex.
What do you got, Dex?
This is a fun film. Yeah, I don't know. It's mostly fun because we were watching together, but also like everything we talked about. Some good special effects. I like that. The score was endearing.
Score was actually pretty good.
It was actually pretty good. A lot of good camera angles too. We talked about that. Like there's
like the car chase. I don't know the actual car chases, but like during those scenes with like the outside in front of the car was kind of cool.
Yeah, her like in and outside of that car door we didn't touch on.
This film was
I think he missed that too, but that was
you're on your phone.
Strange.
I was looking up something.
Yeah.
I did see part of it, but there was surprisingly, this film was made pretty well, I think. I shouldn't say surprisingly. I mean, you got Mick Garris. He did
a $15
Critters
million
2.
budget, right?
He did a few episodes of Tales from the Crypt. He's done a handful of other things. He's doing a podcast right now. It gets a lot more listeners than us. So Elmer's, help us out. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram, Spotify, YouTube,
Twitter,
Billboard charts.
We got a billboard?
Yeah, I built one.
Yeah, it's just a board at my house. It's Bill's board.
Bill's board.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Bill's board.
The cheese board.
Bill's board of top podcasts. It's only bars.
But anyway, back to my rating. I think, all around, this is fun. So, I'd have to probably put it at like a 65 or 6. Yeah.
Did Texas Chainsaw Massacre get like a 52?
I don't know.
That was old scores.
I don't want to think about it.
Oh my god.
I don't know. This enjoyment is like off the charts because the story was.
Is this your favorite thing Toby Hooper has done?
The story was super weird and like didn't make a lot of sense, and like that's kind of fun in its nonsensy sort of way, but not in a strong point for a film. So the story is kind of the weakest part of this, I feel like.
Story is definitely the weakest part of this
Stephen
movie.
King, shame on you. Do more cocaine, be fun.
Yeah, Stephen King.
I think this was him doing more cocaine and being fun.
doing less cocaine and being fun.
We'll say 65. This is fun. Watch it with other people.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Don't sit down and expect to be blown away from the cinema from this because it's just not going to happen.
It's
but
not that great.
But yeah, have some buddies over and get real high and throw this on, and it's great.
Pairs well with gnocchi.
Make pasta.
But yeah, I mean, like you said, the effects were actually pretty good. There's some good gore. I don't know if we talked about the corn on the cob kill enough, but someone gets stabbed.
I also don't want to spoil it too much.
True.
That's what we do. That's this whole podcast.
Someone gets
See,
stabbed.
watch it. Let us know what happens. Someone dies and it involves corn. I don't know. The rest is up to you.
Yeah, that's true. It's like a choose your own corn adventure.
It's exactly like that. I was just
Corn
going to say
your own
that.
adventure. But yeah, I mean
what was it? Eat your vegetables, no dessert. That's the rules. What was the other crazy quote? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
There was
you're
another
fine.
one that was like really good. We were cracking up at.
God, I don't remember. Now all I remember is
Rodeo?
is the vegetable one.
vegetable one,
And of course the rodeo. I mean, I'd probably rate this movie like a 70.
Yeah.
Because it's fun, it's campy, the gore is solid, but I mean the lore is almost non-existent. The story's not very well established, but I mean you don't really care because it's fun, and you just have a good time watching it. And there's a shit ton of cats, and there's a shit ton of incest. So
Be
what else do you
warned.
need?
How about a shitload of horror icon cameos? Oh wait,
That too.
check.
It's in there too.
Check.
Yeah, so like cats, incest, horror icons. I hate to
Check,
say
check,
it, but
check.
like, yep, I'm right there with you, Bill. I give it a 70.
Yeah.
And could even score higher, but the story sucks.
The story's really
Story's
bad.
not good.
Yeah,
And
honestly,
this is
if they
definitely watch it with friends material.
Yeah, if they establish the lore a little, like not even that much more, just like a little bit more, and just kept it a little more coherent. Like this
it might
could
have
be
been
a solid film.
but like, would we have enjoyed it as much? Like, I feel like some of those holes were the best
With the
parts.
funniest
about
parts,
it.
yeah, that's
I'm
true.
a big fan of holes, and like when they're in the right places, fuck it.
Yeah. Fuck it. Is that the end? Are we
Yeah,
going
you
out on
gonna
that?
rate that or no?
He gave it
I gave it
70.
a
You
70.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Well,
I thought you would have liked it more for resonating with the main characters for being scared of pussy.
wow. I'm not like afraid of it. You know that, right? Oh man, you two, hilarious jokesters we got.
So Mykel texted me and told me to say that.
I don't have your number.
He's been texting me.
Dad?
Dude named Mykel.
I don't go by throat. Well, I mean, I guess there's really only one thing left to say about this, and that's here comes Johnny with his pecker in his hand. He's a one-ball man. He's off to the rodeo.
And tune in next week. We are watching Thanksgiving,
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Never
which is
seen
like
it.
a horror comedy that I've seen a bunch of times, and they haven't. I think it's a really fucking funny movie, and I hope you guys think the same. We'll watch it. We're gonna watch that one in person too. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably
another
best.
one. Yeah.
You making turkey?
No,
No.
I'm gonna make pizza.
Mashed potato turkey pizza with cream of spinach on top.
That would actually be good. I think like a
That's
gravy
slap. I hate
base.
that.
Gravy
Yeah,
base.
Gravy base.
Anything with a gravy base.
They called me that in high school, gravy base.
Yeah, you played baseball, right? And
No, I played bass.
We're gonna edit this
Electric
out, right?
bass.
Yeah. Okay.
That was smooth and heavy like gravy. I was like,
no,
the
your
ra-
fingers would kept slipping when you would play because you had gravy on your fingers.
Yep, that I was known for the gravy slide. That was
gravy
my
slide.
signature move. I was like a little bit Randy Jackson, a little bit
Why didn't they call
Geezer
you
Butler.
Why didn't they call you Gravy Slide then instead of Gravy Base?
Oh, because what would they call my
Because he
throat?
played bass, he didn't play slide.
This is true, but okay, doesn't matter.
Slide whistle?
Okay, we have to argue about your fake nickname in high school.
It's not, dude. Check the yearbook, homie.
Don't you see his pants?
I do.
We can change that. We need to stop.
Cut this shit off.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry, Elmers.
Sorry, Elmers.
Yeah, pull up with us, watch two films. Come on, watch two